Okay, call me the master of timing. I'm not gonna lie, or Prodigy just being a legend. But yeah, we are on the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. Crest Gaming Act about to throw hands with Sengoku Gaming. Crest gonna look to take the first win away from Sengoku. I was about to say the first loss, but yeah, Sengoku's undefeated at the moment. Kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think first loss is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. Because, like I said, I mean, compositionally speaking as well, right? We didn't touch too much on it. CGA, incredibly standard draft for the most part. We've seen this time and time again. The only big difference is maybe the karma coming through, but like you said, it fits into the composition. It allows you to speed up going in as well as out. It gives you better wave control in lane. And for Sengoku, you know, they've got good insurance, good late game skilling with Aphelios, with Corki here. They've got the range advantage as well. And with once on this Poppy, they've got great counter engage to stop CGA from getting into them. So I think Sengoku, they're more than happy to team fight. They've got all the tools here. And if the game starts scaling up, I do think Shyvana outskills Dar. So I think Sengoku, they're going to sit pretty, just sitting back and go into that mid to late.
Yeah, just vibing, honestly, as well. Corky with that first strike is going to be more than happy to just farm that money up. And then next thing you know, kind of we're 15 minutes in and he's just like half healthing all your squishy members with a rocket. You hate to see it. But only time will tell if that works out. For now, though, both junglers starting in this top lane. I mean, I think this just honestly pays dividends to the fact, as we said, right, they're going to be leaving top lane alone, let them do their thing, and really look to pivot into this mid and bot lane and make things happen there.
Yeah, fun fact about these two top players. Nap has the second lowest kill participation of all players. Paz, third lowest. They're hovering at the 50% mark for kill participation. So, yeah, unlikely we see too much jungle focus up there.
Yeah, definitely some similarities there going on. And I mean, you know, honestly, like I can respect it, right? If you're relegated more to a sort of split push role and you just kind of do your own thing, sometimes that's exactly what your team needs, right? You don't always have to be this top laner with 80% kill participation. Honestly, I'd be pretty impressive if you had that. But you know, it's like there's always a time for certain things.
Yeah, a time and place. And for this early game here, that will favor Nap, with the Mininar, of course, being ranged. And we touched on the fact that Shyvana level 6 can try and punish Mininar. But till she's 6, she doesn't really enjoy that particular matchup here. So Nap, let's see what advantages he can find, whether he can get a big enough lead to try and extend things for now. And Paz just has to kind of sit back and soak the damage, get experience more than CS. That's the important thing in these early levels.
Yeah, definitely. Both junglers getting very close here into this bot lane. Scuttle is about to be up. Once should be there earlier on, so should be able to secure that. But I'm curious to see if we see a little bit of a scuffle about to go down here. We do see, obviously, you know, CGA has pushed out Sengoku pretty far under their own turret, so that would definitely be a gank potential. But once might actually be looking to take out Kaito here. If you can shove Kaito into that wall, maybe they can find something here. Looking for it, gets the shove, could be huge. Trying to get that first blood down so low. Come on, one more hit.
One more.
There we go. What? The flash. Oh no, they are still gonna trade. It's turret damage diff, baby. So they will go 1 for 1. But at the very least, first blood is gonna go into the hands of Jet. He survives, gets to manipulate that way, force the TP out, and head back home.
Yeah, once though did have to burn flash on that particular play there. So I think for CGA, you're going to call it worth. You did have to blow both the flashes. Jet had to flash in as well here. And while Kaito does have to expend the flash, he'll be back in time to soak up most of this wave. Kassin actually just waltzing into this lane here. Bro, just wait one more second and maybe you could have punished Jet. We do get the replay onto this. And I actually want to focus on once a little bit, tanking up that turret shot. Because the initial play was great. I think the keeper's verdict, or not keeper's verdict, pardon me, the steadfast presence was a little bit early. And yeah, I guess the charm from once slowed him down enough that once had to tank the extra shot. A little bit over-ambitious from Sengoku, not the cleanest of plays, but the first blood, I guess, makes it worth it for Sengoku here.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, if you're on CJ says, like you said, they're going like, hey, you know what? We take those two. You die in the process, but you get the double flat where you get at least one big flash out from Jet. And so overall, does get that kill. That's 300 gold still in his pocket. Definitely feeling good about that. Once he's just, I mean, my man is just showing his face everywhere. He's like, yes, I'm here. If you make one wrong step, it will be your last. Trust me.
These junglers, man, they're asserting dominance into the mid lane. I kind of don't know why. Like for CGA, maybe you've got the Arya trying to make early action happen, but like once showing up there, it's like, okay, which I feel like shading into Fog of War would probably give you more pressure, maybe. I don't know, man. The mind of pros is a strange and odd place sometimes, Echo.
It is, man. It is. But hey, it is what it is. Do you see Kassin? Gonna be looking for some, trying to get some more info here. He does see NT, believes him to be on his own. Is gonna opt to back off though. Doesn't want to start anything up just yet. Just gonna pop that blast cone, get on over the wall there. Drag is up, but at the moment, not seeing any rotations coming out just yet. Either team doesn't want to make the first move. Want to still farm up a little bit. No, I feel no real surprise there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Echo, at all if they just kind of wait and go for the Herald instead of these dragons. Sengoku actually has the highest dragon rate by a long shot, 87.9%. It's disproportionately high, but they don't take risky dragons. That's one of the reasons why they get so many dragons. They're very good at just holding it and then going for when it matters. That stat might lower down, though, as Kassin actually going to start this one up. I don't know if they spot it once or whether they're just feeling themselves a little bit here.
Yeah, I want to say they did, but I could be wrong. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if CJ just fueled themselves this time around, right? So honestly, big ups to them. Kassin, gonna go ahead, grab that drag, first drag secured here, and with that mountain as well, definitely gonna feel quite nice, that extra armor you're gonna be getting. But for that, obviously, once was able to snatch away a couple of Kassin's camps, gonna move on back to his own jungle here. And so for right now, pretty tame game at the moment.
Yeah, gonna be honest, Echo. I don't think First Dragon really matters, especially like you're just getting the one, right? But the fact that CGA get it for free, that matters, because what did once get? Once invaded and I think got wolves, and that was it. Didn't get blue buff, and now Kassin and Kaido did once spot out. I think because of the rich trinket, I think he realized that somebody was there. Kassin had to be the one there because Kaito doesn't have it. So one's gonna have to back off a little bit here, but the moment Kaito shows back mid, once is going to know that his rip buff is free and safe to take again.
Yeah, definitely. We'll say that Sheen on Kassin definitely looking a little bit dangerous here. Vital looking for something, some kind of aggressive play. Not quite going to find it though. Nemo trying to find that tether, but won't get that as well. Honestly, I got to say, bot feeling just as kind of chill as top lane. I mean, we had pan top, it feels like in 10 years, but bot lane as well. They're just kind of handshaking that farm, unironically, with them playing that Renata. Got that handshake ability, and they're handshaking this lane, it feels like.
Yeah, a lot of it's just coming down to the Karma pressure, right? That's why Karma is a really strong support pick in a way, because she kind of nullifies that lane. She just gets perma push, and that's what we're seeing. Not much else, honestly, in terms of things. And Echo, you're saying, they're looking. I don't know if they're looking. Honestly, it feels like none of these teams are looking. We're looking harder than they are, Echo, for some sort of reaction.
Like I'm just at this point, I'm just getting worried about our last game that we casted, where it was just nothing was going down, man, and we just literally were vibing for like a good, I don't know, well, how long was that game? Like 30-40 minutes, and it just felt like nothing.
25 before we saw like any.
Yeah. Okay. I was about to say, I thought you were gonna tell me it was 25 minutes, and it just felt so much longer. I was like, there's no way, right? There's no way. There's no universe.
No. It felt maybe longer than that, but no. I think it was 25, like to the first real action. Like there was a kill before that, but it was like just super random. Somebody walked into a bush that they shouldn't have been. Yeah, no. Neither of these teams are in a rush. But CGA probably should be in a bit of a rush. I mean, they're starting to hit level 6 in the bot lane and the jungle. That's one of the power spikes they have with the ults they have. And if the game keeps running long and CGA don't make anything happen, I get worried for them because they don't have an answer to Corki. Generally, the answer to Corki is just engage, right? Like find a way in, find a way to punish. But against a Poppy, against a Shyvana, even if you somehow get past the set fast presence, there's Keeper's Verdict. Shyvana can always knock you out with Dragon's Descent as well. And once you burnt the initial engage, well, it's free for Jet to just poke at that point. So if there is pressure to make things happen, it's on CGA.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and those are just two of the champs, right? Then you also have from Vital, if he's got that purple gun, you can get that stun going down. You've got the handshake coming up from Renata as well. You've got the ultimate as well, that hostile takeover. So it's just so many different tools to keep you away from the damage dealers over on Sengoku. And so they really do need to make something happen. And speaking of making things happen, they are looking to drop this Rift Herald down here. Maybe try to make something happen after that. Nah, okay. All right, just gonna let it crash in, grab a couple of plates, head on back home.
Yeah, plates, Echo. They got played. Something happened.
Yeah.
This is why in the past people used to cheer for ward takedowns because teams do this. And it disgusts me because Vital has actually picked up a call. So you can tell that Sengoku's bot lane has zero intention of doing anything
Yeah.
anytime soon here. They're just like, okay, you know what, we'll give you the plates.
Oh,
We're okay. And despite that, Sengoku are still up gold despite giving over those early plates.
yeah, definitely. Once is hovering around here though. Was maybe looking to see if he can find something with Kasin. Obviously, clearing those Krugs. Doesn't want to risk anything just yet. Do you see the
Oh,
roam coming out though from Jet? Maybe they do end up looking for
yeah.
something here. Can't quite find that tether. Does have that package available. They're looking to bait him, and a lot of damage coming out to Kasin actually. But Jet still biding his time, getting that poke damage out with the rockets here. Got them all pretty low, but there's just no way for them. And so overall, Jet is going to have to fly on back to mid lane, pop that package, and nothing going to come out of it.
Yeah, package for the quicker reposition back to the lane here. What were we thinking, Echo? Roams down.
Yeah.
Of course, nothing would happen. It's just going to be turret plates. But realistically, actually, props to CGA for not overstaying on that turret. A lot of times you'll see teams be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, we got this, right? Guys, we've got 3 people. We can call TPs in. They overstay, and then they kind of get punished. They die in the turret, and Sengoku would have accelerated from there. As it stands, they just answer back plates. And then when you consider that, hey, we gave up 2 plates as well to Herald, it's just balanced, as all things should be, Echo.
Yeah, exactly. This is all it should be. Now, next drag, Cloud Drake. Okay, thank God, no cloud map. Love to see that one. So I'm already a little bit happy about that. But that is live, and Kasin and them are already there checking it out. But once an enter, like, we're not gonna give it up so easily. See Paz on his way as well, popping that burnout, looking to move there a little bit faster. Jet, maybe they're gonna look to shove that wave out and then head on down here. We're seeing a lot of assist pings coming out, and once it's gonna get some initial damage down on that dragon, TP coming in as well, and so a fight is definitely brewing. We're not gonna have to wait 25 minutes for some action this time around. RMC, things are about to go down here and now. Dragon still being hit just slightly by Kasin here, looking to get it lower and lower, but just not everyone there yet. Hybrid, unsure if he wants to get closer. Keeper's verdict is being charged up. Not going to find anyone, though. Hostile takeover gets dropped, and they have been separated, though. That clone doing a lot of taking. The cyclone getting dropped. Jet needs to over the wall. Not fly, excuse me. Uses pack to get over the wall. Bailout gets dropped. The pass needs to get a kill. Can't find it, though. Kasin gets down a return. Down goes NT as well. And overall, CGA actually looking pretty good right now. Only losing Kasin, but with him being down, of course, that is no smite available. And so they are going to have to wait if they want to take that drag.
Not gonna lie, I go for a second there. I thought they'd just, kind of face off and want the teams to be able to successfully just take the dragon and to just disengage. Yeah. But no, there is action. They do actually go for the fight here. And as you pointed out, the fact that Kasin's going down and once it's still up does mean that CGA don't get the prize, the dragon. And as a caster, I'm going to be happy about this, Echo, because it means we are we going to see another dragon fight? No. I think Sengoku have the inside track here. The way the fight starts out is kind of interesting as well, because CGA is very, very split right now. Granted, Vital is off on the side by his own and has a long way to walk, and that kind of messes up the fight for them a little bit, because the collapse is good. They get the numbers advantage. They push in on one side, but throughout this, Vital has yet to auto attack. Vital can't get into the fight because he was so far away, and because of that, Paz ends up going down. You trade back for Kasin, but it's not an equal fight here. What should have been a better fight for Sengoku in punishing that weird 3-2 flank split backfires.
Yeah. Overall, drag going into the hands of Sengoku here. Gonna grab that. We are gonna be getting an ocean map. Like to see it. Herald up in 37 seconds. So maybe we get lucky, RMC, and they look to fight for that one, as we are seeing a lot of mythics coming online here. We have the Gale Force for both Hybrid and Vital. We have the Divine Thunder coming out for Kasin here. And so definitely a lot of champs starting to come online slowly but surely.
And for CGA, this is a bit of a power spike for them. We're seeing the mythics complete, right? Kaito has got the Everfrost as well, whereas Jet still stacking that mana mune, not quite mirror mana status yet. So for CGA, push this, take advantage. We just saw the bot side turret going down. Jet's about to equalize that. And for Sengoku, I actually don't want to see them contest for this Herald, because I don't think they'll win it in a 5v5 or 4v4 situation. So if that's the case, just keep pushing. Get the farm on your other members instead. Sure, by all means, get vision down on Herald and poke your head round so that if CGA gets greedy, you punish for it, and that you force CGA to actually commit, 3-4 members to take it, but don't hard commit yourselves.
Yep, Charm does land, so does Everfrost here onto Jet, but Kaito knows he needs to be careful. Once it's here once again. I'm getting PTSD last time around, but a wall is not close enough, and Kaito is going to stay alive. Some good movement coming out. Not going to find anything, and that's going to give Kasin free reign up top to grab himself that arrow.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a bargain herald for CGA here in that they only had to use one person. I was just talking
Yeah.
about, for Sengoku, get vision down, right? Like make sure that you charge CGA for this herald here, but no, they get it for free. And now CGA gets to decide, hey, where do we want to drop this herald? I actually would have preferred to see it mid. I think that's the harder one to crack, but they're just trying to speed up the game a little bit. They want to unlock Nap here as well. They're going to get the charge, and Paz actually cancels the base here, so will lose the outer turret, but should be able to defend the inner turret and make sure that they don't get additional demolition damage.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like in general, with both of these side lane tier ones down, that is going to translate into mid being a lot easier to crack. I think give you a lot more opportunities when it comes to just moving around the map. That being said, though, you need vision if you want to do that. And I do feel like CJ's vision game still lacking a little bit. All the wards that I'm seeing right now are just kind of at that neutral point in the river, right? And I mean, it's definitely good to have, but you got to get some of that deep stuff going if you want to know where the rest of Sengoku is, if you want to start making these plays, because you might end up being like Kaito here, who is just kind of stuck and he's on the wrong side of the map. He's dashing away. He's trying his best to get away, but Ons is just right on him in one spot. Let's just smash him to the wall. Come on, give it to him. Oh, he's waiting. He's just trying to buy time for Jet. One more rocket. There it is.
Yep.
It gives him right to it. And that's what I'm talking about. You don't have that vision and you get collapsed like that.
Yeah, it's all about that goal efficiency, Echo. I mean, we already saw when they flashed the goal, Jet is the richest person on the map. That is that Corki that's untouchable, right? That will become the biggest carry force for Sengoku, so they're trying to be efficient about it. And vision, huge props to actually Sengoku. Well, both teams actually, I think, played the vision game kind of right a little bit. Kaito just overextended without sufficient vision. But if you look at the way the vision was distributed, CGA had so much more on the top side because that's where they wanted to play to that Herald, to that top side turret initially, where Sengoku had the bot side fully covered. And I don't think it's CGA's fault necessarily that Kaito was didn't have sufficient ward coverage, because Sengoku had done such a great job clearing out the bot side on that play they wanted to make. It is on Kaito, though, that he probably should have been a little bit more wary of overextending like that. Yes, you have Flash, and yes, you're an Ari, but we've seen Corkies, chase you down in long lanes, and once has shown that he's very, very focused on punishing Kaito for some odd reason.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a vendetta going on against him. This is like the third time around that he's just running him down. And I gotta say, respect obviously to funneling some more of that money into Jet, as you see the shield blow getting unlocked for him as well. It's just gonna be so much more damage, so much more survivability in the random chance that a CGA member actually manages to get on top of him.
Yeah, and for CGA right now, I'm feeling like they need that random chance right now. They need to punish Jet. Jet has not died a single time so far. 2-0-1, and it is scaling now. This third dragon that's coming up here, Jet now has Mortal Shield Bow and Mirror Knight completed. So Corki just hit his power spike. CGA, this is a sort of stat check for you if you want to go in on this. If you can't win this fight, that's when we know that CGA are kind of in trouble scaling wise.
Yeah, definitely. You already definitely feel in trouble when it's still another 10 seconds away, and Sengoku's already looking to just establish control in this river and almost your jungle as well. There's not a single timer right now that is pretty much down that would be incredibly important. So everything is on the table right now. Everything's available, and this drag, it's not going to be available for much longer. No, come on. Oh my God, the keeper's verdict. Nothing
it's the
that
Poppy
they
special.
can do. Yeah, it's the Poppy special. They do him like that. Grab the dragon. It's gonna be the second dragon in the hands of Sengoku.
Yeah, it's a slammer hammer, right? It sends you right to the slammer straight away. You don't even do not pass go, just go straight to jail there. Yeah, and for Sengoku, we don't get to see the stat check come through, but it's a very clean take from Sengoku here. And Ocean will actually be kind of important for both these teams, because when you're facing a poke composition, the best counter to it is Ocean, not just Soul, but just the Drake in general here. And for Sengoku as well, will enable them to poke out that much better. The Soul is going to be massive for them, because one of the other things to keep in mind is that Ocean Soul is actually more effective the more health you have, the tankier you are, because number one, you survive longer, and number two, it's a percentage healing. So the more health you have, the more effective it is. With Paz and Once being the two big tanks in the game, both on the same team, Sengoku really wants that Soul to ensure that, hey, CGA, you're never getting past our front line. And in the event you do, our front line's never going to die, and it can run down your back line.
Yeah, especially looking at Baz's build as well. Other than his boots, he does not have a single item in his kit that does not give him at least like a small amount of health. I mean, hell, even the Doran shield, you got that 80 health coming through.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to be benefiting from stacking those drags, but he will have to be patient and wait a little bit longer for that next one to be up. And for now, Sengoku is looking at this mid turret. It's looking juicy. They want to shove that wave. They want to get it down and open up that map, but CJ is not going to give it to him for free. That's for sure.
Yeah, and for both these teams, Echo, I feel like the significance, pardon me, of this game is very different. For CGA, like you said, to be able to hand Sengoku first loss would be absolutely massive. But for Sengoku, the wins expected at this point because they're supposed to be the top team and they haven't dropped the game. So for Sengoku, it's a question of how cleanly can you close this game out? How well can you play it? And so far, it's been very uneventful, but it has been fairly clean. Ideally, I almost feel like from here on out, Sengoku shouldn't be dropping any deaths, or if they do, it should be like a 3-to-1 ratio for kills. Like I lose one person, I kill 3 of yours.
Yeah.
Or ideally, I'd like to see them actually, be proactive and kind of make things happen onto CGA, because so far they've just kind of sat back for the most part until objectives roll around.
Yeah, it definitely does feel like they're kind of just letting CGA do pretty much whatever they want. Obviously, they've shown a bit more here at these drags now that they're not going to just give things away for free. But I will say, it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm watching the highest team in the league, taking on CGA, who are just, I believe they're what, 5th right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're 5th right now.
That is correct. Yeah, 5th, sitting at 3-5 here. So yeah, we'll have to see. I have high expectations for Sengoku, and if not, then I'm praying that DFM gives me that fast game here, because these two teams should be setting records in terms of how fast their speed running.
This bro just wants to go to bed. Like, come on, just let RMC leave. He's got to do 4 games today. He just wants to sleep.
Not gonna lie, part of me a little bit of that, but I think a lot of it's just coming off the high of Hawks versus Burning Core, right? Like that was a high octane game, and then we come into this 6 kills in 22 minutes. I mean, granted, Echo, it's not the worst we've done, but it's also not.
I think it's just me at this point, man. Like, I honestly, I think whenever I'm casting, it gets really slow. The game's just testing me. They know I don't like to have to cast really slow games and actually put my brain in and not just say what's happening in front of me. And they're like, nope, that's exactly what we're gonna do to him.
Or maybe it's just your mood, Echo, right? Like it just mirrors your mood. When you're kind of tired, when you're not feeling it. When Burning Core loses, your cast is gonna get slower paced.
That might just be it. Oh no, because Sin in a bit of a tight spot here though does pop that clone, and so that's gonna allow him to escape before now. So definitely a bit of a wake up call that he has to. You got to be careful in these parts. There's always. Sengoku might just be waiting around the corner in the next brush to take you out. And with drag up in 40 seconds as well, it's no surprise that they're there as well. Trying to find anything. A lot of damage coming out onto Kasin here. Almost at half health already. Not the position you want to be in, but still has a little bit of time to heal up.
Yeah, it's just poke for Sengoku here. They're not hard committing. And you can see it's kind of working. Kasin got chunked quite a bit. Nema got chunked a lot. Nema down to 50% right now. And I don't know how effective he'll be. Nap has gone mega, and that is critical for Sengoku, because once that goes down, it'll probably go down roughly around when Dragon spawns as well.
Yeah, so I think quite literally when it spawns, it's about to go. Yeah, 2 seconds left, and it's gone down to, that is not the best move. But CJ realizing that obviously doing their best to try and just zone them off, give Nap some time. I don't think he'll be able to get that rage bar back anytime soon, unfortunately. And his rage bar is full right now. Paz actually could be using that. Could use that ultimate if he feels like it. Nemo still under half HP, and Kasin is also not super low, but not at full health either. And I think they're realizing that right now. Trying to give him the Poppy special. Okay. That is going to be hybrid gone. That's a huge damage dealer gone. There we go. There's an ultimate coming up from Paz. The burnout as well. And they grab the dragon. They're like, hey, we got what we want. We're leaving.
Yeah, this is what I thought would happen in that earlier Dragon Echo, where the teams were facing off, and I didn't think they were actually going to fight, because that's how the Sengoku comp kind of works. They don't actually need to get any kills. We just need to force you away, whether it be through poke or a keeper's verdict. And for CGA, their positioning too is kind of suspect. The fact that they keep finding themselves in these weird 3-2 splits. I've said it before. When you go for a flank, it should be a 4-1, generally speaking. At worst, you go 3-1-1. 3-2 as a flank is not very optimal, because the other team just needs to pick a side and force the fight. And in that case, Sengoku, when they realize that, hey, Kaito, Hybrid, Nema, they're all off on the side there, we can just walk at Kasin and Nap. What are they going to do? Ult us? Sure, they'll stop us for a second, but there's no damage, there's no kill threat here. And Paz is so tanky. Warmog's completed as well that Paz will happily soak all of that supposed damage from Nap and Kasin all day long.
Yeah, Paz literally just takes the right hook and he just kind of like, he just smirks at you like, yeah, you sure you wanted to do that? Like you're about to regret all of that as he just walks right into your face. But yeah, it's true. CGA, and I feel like, we talked about how they need to get something done and they've been procrastinating and it's looking like they're about to pay the price.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I say I want to see Sengoku do things more as the dominant team, they're not like, this is the way their composition functions. They're actually playing this right, as boring as it looks. Yeah, and it's on to CGA to make something happen. And so far, where's the last engage we saw here, Echo? Like, look at the kill distribution as well, too. Nap 2 assists, right? And Nap and Casino 2 engagers. If they're not getting assists, then it's not coming from team fights. It's coming from picks, which is less than ideal for CGA. And Sengoku are just not giving you opportunities to find picks. They're always clustered together.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look,
okay.
I'll look for something here. We do see hostile takeover getting dropped. Those flash from Entity to get away actually from the Everfrost. That is huge damage coming out from Vital. And Jet secures the kill with the rocket. Gets himself one. Flash coming in from Kaito. Can't quite find the charm. And he's going to go down as well. Jet is like, nice try, baby. I'm going to take that kill. I'm going to take that gold. Super Mega Death Rocket gets dropped, but does get tanked. And so won't quite do enough damage. And they're looking to go ahead and just grab the Baron for that. TP coming out as well from Paz to help make sure that this mid lane doesn't get pushed down. He's just going to ult away, actually. I feel like he probably could have just sit there for like a minute or two and nothing would have happened. But Nap did go mega as well. Another TP getting dropped here from Jet. He's back in the fight. And meanwhile, the rest of Sengoku are just going to go ahead and grab the Baron. No one to contest. And yeah, they're living their lives pretty right now.
Yeah, Paz just there to distract everybody, right? Like, hey, look at the pretty shiny dragon. don't look at the Baron over there. And I want to highlight that Sengoku didn't actually clear the Baron pit, so there was a ward actually in there for the entirety till pretty much the end. But here's the fight from CGA, and to a certain extent, this is what they needed to be doing 5-10 minutes ago, and you can see why it's so difficult compositionally. We said it in draft, the fact that Sengoku's draft just has so many good disengage options there. You can see that Kasin tried his hardest and just wasn't able to find anything. They don't have enough burst damage at this point. That was Enti, the squishiest member you could find, and you couldn't kill him. And now it's become a problem. Now Sengoku just gets to run you down over and over again, siege you up over and over again as well here. Kasin?
Yep. Oh my god, they're looking
this
to
is
fight. Actually, a lot of damage coming out. There's that shield bow though, but it's not going to be enough. He does go down. They trade one for one and grab themselves. Kasin, look at that pass. He's standing in the masses. He does not care. Hostile takeover. Your company belongs to me. I'm buying all the stock, baby. And Paz could get themselves so many kills. He tanks so much, dies a heroic death. Hybrid last man standing. Won't quite get him, but it doesn't matter when you cashed in the stock that is the rest of CGA.
Okay, Echo, I think we can phone it in now. That was the best possible fight CGA could possibly have found. They burst down Jet immediately. Great catch from Kasin, taking advantage of the additional bushes from Ocean Map. And it did not even matter. Enti's hostile takeover, man. Hybrid ended up killing Nema pretty much. That was brutal to watch here. And Kasin, so patient. Paz just walks by. The man holds his nerve, doesn't show a thing. And because of that, Jet thinks, oh, I'm safe. No, you're not. You get absolutely popped here. The problem is you still traded 1-for-1, and Sengoku are just so far ahead. And watch the hostile takeover here from Enti. Yes, there's a dash away, but just the very tip of it catches Hybrid.
Look at that.
The range is so long. Yeah. And Hybrid, we said before, he's got, really, really high DPM, third highest DPM, right? But what happens when that DPM is working for the enemy team?
Yeah, definitely not the best position to be in. And also, Paz, my man was just standing there. He literally just tanked. He's like, I mean, okay, I'll go down, but like, you will not have a team to back you up once I'm down. So like, it's all good. I don't mind being the sacrificial lamb here. And with this next drag me up soul point for Sengoku.
Oh,
So CGA cannot opt to
Kaito?
give it over. Oh my god, down goes Kaito. And it's only going downhill from here. Kassin soon to follow. Nap next up on the list here. Gonna throw Paz into the wall. But can you escape the rockets and the flame breath from Paz? I'm not sure you can. No, you cannot. Actually, it's gonna be Vital who grabs himself the kill and shuts down his vital signs.
10 seconds on Baron, only Hybrid and Nema up. They cannot defend this here in Sengoku. I don't think they can end. The death timers are still fairly short. 20 seconds on Kaito and Kassin, but 30 on Nap here. They're gonna try.
They're looking for it right now. Once it's just, oh my god, yo, he's such a menace.
They're doing
He's
it.
just scary. Now they're actually doing it. So much damage coming out, and with that, Sengoku, they played the waiting game. No, oh, my Vital, careful now. Almost steps into this. Actually, does go down.
Does die.
Come on, Hybrid. Now's your chance. Unfortunate. Won't quite get much out of that. And over.